We've all had moments when we feel like the ugly duckling, out of place, unseen, misunderstood. Maybe you look in the mirror and can't see past the flaws. You feel like you don't measure up to everyone around you. For years, I let those insecurities weigh me down, convinced that I was less than. But what's the truth? The ugly duckling never actually changes who he or she is. You just realize it was a swan all along. It's not about transforming into something different, recognizing the beauty that's always been inside you. So no matter how lost, awkward, or unworthy you might feel, there's a part of you waiting to spread its wings. The journey starts not with changing what's on the outside, but with accepting and celebrating who you are on the inside. Because the world needs the real you, the one who's been hiding all of this time. Self-doubt is like a cocoon wrapping you up, keeping you small, convincing you that you'll never be enough. But staying wrapped up in the cocoon, it's safe, but it's also limiting. It holds you back from discovering your true potential. For years I doubted myself, comparing every part of my life to others, believing that I wasn't good enough. But it's fear in disguise, trying to protect you from failure. Yet, it's in taking risks and stepping out of the cocoon that you truly grow. So if you're feeling trapped by self-doubt, remember this. The first step to breaking free is believing that you deserve more. Take a chance on yourself, spread your wings, and watch as the world opens up to you. You're stronger than you think, and you deserve to take up space in this world. You can't pour from an empty cup. Too often, we treat self-care as selfish, as if taking time to nurture yourself is something to feel guilty about. I used to think the same way, always putting everyone else first, believing that my worth was tied to how much I could give. But you are worthy, simply because you exist. Taking care of yourself, whether that's through movement, eating well, resting, or simply being kind to yourself, isn't just important, it's essential. Self-care is the foundation for growth, it's the way you refill your cup, so it can show up fully, not just for others, but for yourself. You deserve to be your own priority, because only when you embrace self-care can you truly transform into the person you was meant to be. We live in a world that tells us we need to be perfect, perfect bodies, perfect lives, perfect everything. But perfection is a myth that keeps us stuck in a loop of disappointment. But what if instead of chasing perfection, you embraced your imperfections? The so-called ugly duckling was never ugly, just different. And it's those differences, those quirks, that make you unique. I used to waste so much time trying to fit into someone else's mold. But the moment I accepted my imperfections, I started to see them for what they were, unique marks of my journey. So when you embrace who you are, flaws, scars, and everything else, you take back your power. You become unstoppable because you're no longer seeking approval from a world that doesn't even know the real you. So remember, beauty isn't about being flawless. It's about being real. There comes a moment when you realize you've outgrown the old version of yourself. You look back and see all the times you struggled, doubted, and felt like you were lost in the shadows. But those struggles, they were never in vain. They were the steps that led you here. You are not the person you were yesterday. Every challenge, every setback, been part of your transformation. Just like the ugly duckling grew into a swan, you have the power to emerge from your past into something beautiful. The journey isn't about changing who you are, but about shedding the layers that were never truly yours. It's time to spread your wings and embrace your beauty, because you were never really an ugly duckling. You were a swan all along, waiting for the right moment to shine.